Hi! I was hoping that you would play a game with me about learning how to cut with scissors. I'm going to start with some pieces of paper and some crayons. And what I'm going to do is draw a face in the middle of the paper. So I'm starting with a circle, and then I'm going to give them eyes, and a mouth, and a nose, and I'm going to color in my person. I'm going to color in their skin. I'm going to color their skin brown. Like my son. My son has brown skin. And my daughter has brown skin. I like this color brown. I'm going to color in my whole person. Their whole face, the whole circle. I'm almost done coloring it. Alright, I gotta make their eyes a little bit darker because they're a little bit harder to see. Make their eyes darker, their nose, and their mouth. There! Here's my person's face, but my person doesn't have any hair at all. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna scribble, 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 scribble all over the page. Just so much scribble and so much hair sticking out in all directions. Hair. I'm going to make way more hair than I have, and way more hair than my little boy has, and maybe way more hair than you have. This person has a lot of hair. Their hair sticks out in all directions. Now, I want to cut this person out. So, I'm going to use my scissors. I'll put my thumb in the little hole and my fingers in the big hole, and my thumb is on the top so I can see my thumb, and then I'm going to cut them out. But you know what? I'm going to start out by cutting out all of their hair. We'll start out that way. I'm going to cut out all of their hair. That is a lot of hair for one person. I know some people who have hair that is this long and this tall and this fluffy. I made a person with a lot of hair. Now I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to make their hair a little bit different. I'm going to cut part off of their hair like I'm pretending that I work at a hair cutting place, a barber shop, or a hair salon. I cut their hair into some waves, and I made their hair a little bit shorter. What else could I do? I could do snip, 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 snip. I could do lots of snips and make their hair into a zigzag, and it's even shorter. What else could I do? I could cut their hair like this, and then up, and then like this, and then up, and I gave them a mohawk. I could cut snip, 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 and I made their hair like a fringe. I could cut their hair even shorter, and then they just have short hair now. And I could cut off all of their hair, and now they're bald and they don't have any hair. This person came to the hair salon with a lot of hair, and then I cut all their hair all the way off. That's kind of silly. I'm going to make a different person and do the same thing. Or a different thing, maybe. Let's see. We'll find out. I'm going to get a blank piece of paper, and I'm going to draw another person. Oh, let's see. I'm going to turn my paper over because I need some more room for their hair. I'm going to draw another circle, and eyes, and a smile, and a nose, and the only skin color that I have is brown, so I'm just going to color this person brown too. Even though people have lots of different colors of skin. But this is the color that I have. I don't have any peach crayon like my skin. And I don't even have any other different colors of brown. I only have one color of brown. I need to get some more colors. Maybe I'll have to get some for next time. So, I'm going to color their skin. I want to make their hair a different color this time. I have blue hair on my head. It's a little bit hard to see because I have it hidden, but I have blue or kind of greenish blue hair. So I'm going to give this person blue hair. Blue hair sticking out in all directions. And you know what? I'm actually going to give this person 2 or maybe 3 different colors of hair. We're going to go with blue and purple. And I'm just drawing kind of in lines coming out from their head, or like in big scribbles. It's okay if this part is scribbly because in a minute you're going to cut it. Blue and purple and light blue, which are all colors that I have colored my hair before. And maybe even pink, because that's the only other color that I ever colored my hair before. I like putting colors in my hair. Alright, this person has blue and purple and light blue and pink hair, and I'm going to cut it out. So I'm going to start by cutting out all of their hair. Their whole hair. It's so long, it sticks out so far. You could make curly hair if you wanted to draw a wavy shape instead of a straight shape. But sometimes when you're just scribbling, it's easier to do it in a straight shape. What should I cut their hair to look like? I think that I will cut, maybe it's kind of hard to cut in wavy lines. And if so, I could just cut it in a straight line. I'll cut that piece off in a straight line. And then I'll cut this piece off in a straight line. And I'll cut this piece off in a straight line. Their hair's kind of pointy, like a diamond shape or a rhombus. I'm gonna try to cut it in a curve because people's hair usually kind of curves a little bit, or it's not usually this pointy. So I'm gonna try to cut it in a curve. Now they have a big curve in their hair. I'm going to try to do wavy lines again. I thought that was kind of fun when I did it in wavy lines. And if you wanted to, one thing that you could do is you could turn your paper over, and on the back, you could draw the pattern that you wanted to do. I use paper that has stuff written on the back of it. But if I wanted to do that, like my wavy line hair person, if I wanted to do that, I could draw a line showing me where I wanted to cut. You see how I drew a line? Now I'm going to try to cut it on that line, and then we'll see what their hair looks like after I do that. I'll cut as carefully on that line as I can. Remember that when I'm cutting, my thumb is looking at me. I can see my thumb. Moms and dads, I wouldn't do this by yourself, but moms or dads or the adult who takes care of you can draw a smiley face on your thumb. See? And then you know that you have your thumb facing the right way when you can see the smiley face looking at you. I see the smiley face, so I know I'm holding my scissors right. And I cut it on that line, and look how his hair turned out. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that hair. I would do that with my hair. What if I do it in spikes? I'll do it in pointy points coming out from his head. These are some fun hairdos that we're doing. I like all of these hairdos, and I like colorful hair. That's why my hair is blue. Whoa, look at that spiky hairdo. All right, you know what the last thing I'm gonna do is? I'm gonna cut all his spikes off, and then he'll just be bald. I'm seeing a theme here. Everybody who comes into my hair salon seems to go out bald. I've got this guy with no hair. I've got this guy with no hair. I'm going to make one more guy. Or it could be a girl. It could be a guy or a girl. Both of them go to hair salons or barber shops, and both of them get their hair done. All right, I need another piece of paper. Oh, I gotta find one that's blank. All right. Here I go. I'm gonna draw another person. I'm gonna color them in. If you could color your hair any color, what color would you want it to be? I would want mine to be blue, because blue is my favorite color. Or a rainbow, that would be cool. Rainbow might be my most favorite. Alright, I finished coloring in my person. I'm going to give them yellow hair this time. Yellow or blonde sometimes is what we call it when somebody's hair is yellow, and we sometimes call it blonde. I'm drawing a lot of hair to start out with. We always start out with a lot of hair because then when you cut it, it gets shorter. But you can't cut it to make it longer. So we start out with a lot of hair. I'm going to cut out my person and all of their hair. I'm going to make sure that my thumb is facing me and my thumb is in the small hole of my scissors. This time I didn't really draw my person at the bottom of the paper. I kind of drew them at the top of the paper. So their hair is kind of long to the sides instead of being tall. So I'm going to try to make them have pigtails. I'm going to cut a line, and then round, and then a line. Look, she has pigtails. Or he, it could be a boy. Boys can have pigtails. I cut off so much hair. All right, let's see. What if I make the pigtails shorter? They're getting a little bit shorter. And what if they're even shorter? They're getting so short. What if I make them smaller this way? There are lots of silly ways that you can, there are lots of silly and cool and fun and interesting ways that you could cut the hair in different shapes at your barbershop. My barbershop is kind of silly. Everybody ends up being bald. But maybe your barbershop is better than mine and you stop when somebody has a good hairdo. Her hair is gone too. Everybody's hair is gone. One time, when I was like 20 years old, then I shaved all of my hair off and I had no hair. I was bald. I have been bald before. I did mine on purpose though. A silly barbershop didn't do it for me. So, alright, that's all of my hair cutting game that I was going to play. You could draw bows in their hair if you wanted to, or draw a headband or a barrette. You could cut their hair into braids or pigtails or an afro, or you could make it wavy hair or curly hair or straight hair. Or you could draw bangs on them, like these are called bangs that kind of go on your face. You could draw bangs on their face, like I have some. Or you could cut it into a ponytail or a bun. There's lots of different ways that you could cut their hair to style it. And it gives you a good chance to practice cutting with scissors. You can draw guidelines that help you see where you want to cut if you want to plan ahead of time. Or you can just cut and be silly and see what happens. That's fine too. All right, I hope you have fun playing barbershop with me. Talk to you later.